Welcome to Our Way Auto and Restoration. I'm Adam.
And I'm Victor.
Today we have a 1997 BMW Z3 Roadster, and we're going to be putting a fuel pump in today. We have our fuel pump. We have our car. First step, and the most important, open the door. Next, so I've already done this, but you got to start by taking out 4 Phillips head screws. You can see they're Phillips heads, really cheap. And then you got the fuel pump under it, which there's a Black Widow in there. So we're definitely gonna kill that before I stick my hands in there. And I'm glad I can see that, because that's not cool. Scary.
What's up?
The one thing that I found that kills Black Widows is brakes cleaner, parts cleaner. It's in there somewhere. You drench it all. You know, you better not be running on the floor towards my legs or something. Any other dust, you just wanna air out and hope there's no Black Widow. Okay, so next there's a seal around here. You can take it off so you won't damage it, but you also need to unplug these wires. These wires need to come unplugged. This one just kind of pulls forward. Probably easier with your screwdriver than not. Like that, see? You pull it forward. Pull the whole thing apart. Then you got the whole thing apart. Then you got this, you set it to the side. Then you got a fuel line with a return line. Now, being that we have hose clamps, these are stock hose clamps, so we usually have to take these off, which isn't too hard. Just play with that, pop this up. I'm gonna grab a different screwdriver for this, and we'll come back to it right now, because we got a whole set of aftermarket clamps that will work perfectly fine for this. So we'll come back in a minute and do that. So we grab a pair of pliers, kind of mess with it a little bit, kind of twist it. Be very careful, don't break up your nipples unless you don't care and you have another assembly. Kind of just twist on it, loosen it up a little bit, move it every which way, help a little bit. Then get your screwdriver in right there. You can separate. Let me get it back into view again for you guys. One more here. There we go. So you can see. So then after we get that, you can separate that clip a little by little until you get to the end. These clips are not going to be reusable really, so it doesn't really matter. Then boom. See? And you get it off. Unwraps kind of. There it is. Okay. So then you grab your pliers, kind of loosen up the hose very lightly, don't squeeze too hard. It's been on there for a long time probably. And then you can use your pliers to kind of, oh, a little bit of gas. It's fine, we'll just let it leak on out on the side. And then we got to do it again with the other one now. Loosen it up a little bit. See if we can get the screwdriver in there a little. There we go. Looks like this hose is actually going the opposite way. Did not see. Grab it with some pliers. You don't want to mess up your fingers because we don't wear gloves often. Pull it off. And now you got both of them off, and now we can start the removal of the fuel pump. Okay, now that we got the fuel line off, we can proceed to getting this outer ring off. It's really not too hard. There is a tool for it. I've never actually needed it. You just grip onto these. Now you start up here, you kind of tap a little bit on the whole thing from here. Then you come down, jump a tooth or two and do it here. And as you do it, you can see it starts to come off more and more and more. It is spring loaded under there, so that's why you gotta tap it. It's not really gonna come off too easily by hand. Well, we got it off. Okay. Now, when you do take out the fuel pump, you want to make sure you get something that's gonna hold it, because you will leak fuel onto your carpet. And you definitely don't want that. I'm already trying to. How much gas is in here? I'd say probably jack up the front of your car then as well, because I didn't realize I had this much gas in there. But I might just let it spill too, depending on how much is in there. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so looks like we had a lot more gas in there than I thought. Things of course, we had a fuel pump issue. Although the float hand did work. So we're gonna jack up the front of the car so most of the gas will head to the back of the car. And then we're gonna proceed to pulling this out. We'll be back here in a few minutes once we jack up the front of the car. Okay, so now we got the car jacked up. A lot more gas actually came out. So make sure you put a pan under the bottom. Be a pretty good idea. I didn't know I had that much gas. So we got it out. Always grab something like a rag of some sort. That way you can get this out without messing up any of your interior. Let it drip right there a little. Put it up on here and then out of the car. Follow. Yeah. Okay, then we got our fuel pump right here. Oh, spilling out. So now we're gonna get to the part of switching it out.